Hello students, our today's topic is AC amplifiers as per your syllabus. Okay, so before going see what's the first point in your notes. Op amps can amplify both AC and DC signals. So this comes from the introduction of op amp, right? So we already know that operational amplifiers are capable of amplifying both AC signals as well as DC signals. An amplifier can be inverting, non-inverting, and a differential amplifier. These three different configurations we have already seen, right? For DC amplifiers to reduce the output offset voltage to zero, the offset null circuitry of op amp should be used. Now, I want you to read this sentence once again. Particularly in amplifiers, to reduce output offset voltage. Now, what is this output offset voltage? Do you remember? I'll take you to that topic. This is one of the characteristics of op amp. Yes. Input offset voltage and output offset voltage. If there is any mismatch between VB1 and VB2, what is this VB1, VB2? This is the VB voltages of two transistors which is connected inside the op amp, right? Applied, or even if the same input is applied for inverting and non-inverting, due to mismatch in the transistors, there will be a voltage generated like V naught equal to minus zero point 0.1 volts. This is called as output offset voltage. So I have already explained you this topic in that particular topic, right? So this is what the output offset voltage is. We can nullify this particular voltage. V naught equal to minus zero point 0.1 volt, right? We can obtain this as V naught equal to 0 volt. To obtain this as 0 volt, we need to apply an input offset voltage, right? We need to apply a voltage so that this output becomes 0. So that this output becomes 0. So what voltage we apply, it's called as V naught, that is called as input offset voltage. Now how to do this? It has a circuitry. It has a circuit. That circuit he has drawn here in this topic. I'll take you there. Yeah. So see this diagram, inverting amplifier with offset null circuitry. Offset null circuitry means this makes the output offset voltage null, means it makes it 0. Output voltage is made 0. V naught is made equal to 0 when there is no input applied or when same input is applied. Okay. So which is that circuit? See this part. So this number which you see 3145, these are the pin numbers of 741 IC. These are the pin numbers of 741 IC. Pin number 4 is connected to minus VEE. Pin number 1 and 5 is shorted with a resistor. Can you see? Right? And that minus VEE voltage is applied to this resistor with a variable. We have one more arrangement. I will show you in next circuit diagram. Here output voltage is written as V naught equal to minus RF by V naught equal to minus RF by R1 into V in. Now for op amps with offset null capability, the external circuit offset voltage compensating network can also be used. See here, this is also another arrangement. See, RA is connected across VC plus VCC and minus VE, and the supply is given to non-inverting terminal. All this is to make the offset voltage null, okay, to make it 0. But this was not our topic today. Our main topic is AC amplifiers. Okay, our main topic is AC amplifiers as per your syllabus. But why I told you about that circuit is because that circuit is also required in AC amplifiers. Okay, now see this circuit. If you see, the input is applied to inverting terminal. V in is the supply AC voltage. That symbol is of AC, is followed by a R in resistor. Then you have CI capacitor. Then RI input resistance. Okay, RF, F stands for feedback resistance. Okay, RF stands for feedback resistor. R1 is input resistance. Okay. Now here the capacitor which you see has to play a very important role here. Okay, this capacitor is also called as coupling capacitor. Coupling capacitor. Yeah, CI is input side, input coupling capacitor. Similarly, you can also have output coupling capacitor. The purpose of coupling capacitor is that, see, which amplifier is this? AC amplifier. If AC amplifier means it should amplify only AC, right? Right? When a AC signal is given, it should amplify that particular AC signal. Suppose there is some DC component present in that AC signal. Suppose there is some DC signal present in the AC signal, maybe as a disturbance, maybe as a noise. There are many factors wherein a signal can be composed of AC as well as DC. Wherein if you want pure AC, okay, wherein if you want pure AC to come out, then you want to stop, you want to neglect, you want to prevent your DC. How can you prevent your DC here? By using a coupling capacitor. How this is possible? See, when you apply DC voltage to a capacitor, see here, see in CI, when you apply a signal here, DC signal will be blocked by this capacitor. DC signal will be blocked by the capacitor. Only AC will transmit. Only AC will be moving ahead. How is this? As you know, capacitor, the construction of capacitor is two parallel plates, right? Positive and negative. In between, there will be a dielectric medium, right? Dielectric medium will be such a way that it will be acting as a insulating wall, right? The charges, when you apply a voltage, charges will deposit on positive and negative plate. So DC will be blocked. DC will be flowing only in one particular direction, right? Only one direction. If it is positive, positive. If it is negative, only negative. So if it is positive, only positive plate will be charged. From negative side, negative will be charged. But these charges cannot move from here to here, right? So that DC quantity, DC component will be blocked with the because of capacitor. Whereas AC, what happens? In every cycle the polarity of AC keeps changing. So we can say that AC is passed by the capacitor. AC is allowed by the coupling capacitor. Only DC will be blocked. Okay. This is how we say DC is blocked by capacitor and AC is passed by the capacitor. Now only AC will be passed, and that AC will be taken by operational amplifier, amplified depending on the feedback gain, and the output will be given. Okay. Here also you can see offset null making circuit is already added there for pin number 3 and 9. Okay. So same thing is written here. That coupling capacitor helps to eliminate DC level amplification from stage to stage, and it provides low frequency cutoff limit. Low frequency cutoff limit means because of coupling capacitor, it builds a limiting stage, like cutoff limit will be created. What is this? As you know, XL equal to 2 pi how we give that Excel, Excel and XE. You require this in your network. Our theory classes begin in our offline classes. I have to repeat all such topics in detail. Okay, but still, as much as possible, I am trying to cover here. I know it's not so easy to convey you and understand also for you, right? I am also finding it difficult to convey you the explanation just by this mode. Plus, I can also understand how difficulty you might be facing to understand such concepts. Okay. So anyway, as much as possible, we'll cover it here. When our offline classes begin after this lockdown, anyway, we'll have a revision and we'll brush up everything. Okay. So don't worry. So this is a formula which will give you cutoff frequency, means where the gain of your amplifier will cut, like the boundary. Fine. Where FL is equal to low frequency cutoff, FH high frequency, right? FH depends on the closed loop gain of the amplifier. You know what is bandwidth? Bandwidth of amplifier is given by F2 minus F1. So F2 minus F1, I have written it as FH minus FL. High frequency by minus low frequency. So this is what your AC amplifier is. So AC amplifier will amplify only AC and DC will be blocked by coupling capacitor. That's it. Okay. So this topic is there in your notes but not in your syllabus. Don't study this. Okay. AC amplifiers with single supply voltage. Not the part of your syllabus. Peaking amplifier also not the part of your syllabus. Don't study this. It's not there in your syllabus. It was there earlier. Yeah, this topic is there. I'll make another video for this.